Have you ever wondered how advanced our ancestors were thousands of years ago? Let's travel back in time to the Bronze Age, around 4,500 years ago, to one of the world's earliest urban civilizations, the enigmatic Indus Valley Civilization. Located in what is now Pakistan and northwestern India, this civilization was comparable to its contemporaries in ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia in its maturity and complexity. What stands out about the Indus Valley Civilization is its remarkable urban planning. The cities of Mohenjo-Daro and Harappa, with their grid-like layout, were marvels of civil engineering. Streets were laid out in perfect grid patterns, and houses were built with baked bricks, a rarity at the time. Even more impressive was the advanced drainage system. Each house was equipped with a private well, and wastewater was directed to covered drains lining the major streets, a level of sophistication that wouldn't be seen elsewhere for thousands of years. But here's where it gets even more intriguing. Despite the complexity of their urban planning, we don't know who ruled the Indus Valley people, or even if they had rulers at all. There are no grand palaces, no monumental statues of kings, no depictions of epic battles or military conquests. This absence of obvious signs of hierarchy or centralized power makes the Indus Valley civilization unique among its contemporaries. Equally puzzling is the absence of major religious structures. Unlike the pyramids of Egypt or the ziggurats of Mesopotamia, there are no grand temples or elaborate tombs in the Indus cities. Does this mean the Indus people were not religious? Or did they practice their faith in a different, less ostentatious way? We simply don't know. Perhaps the greatest mystery of all is the Indus script. Despite decades of attempts, this form of writing, found on thousands of seals and pottery pieces, remains undeciphered, leaving us with more questions than answers about this fascinating civilization. A civilization so advanced, yet so mysterious, the Indus Valley Civilization truly triggers our curiosity. Can you imagine a university that could house 10,000 students and 2,000 teachers back in the 5th century CE? Welcome to the magnificent University of Nalanda, an ancient center of learning that stood tall in the heart of India over 1.5 millennium ago. Its grandeur was not just about the sprawling campus or the imposing structures, but it also lay in the breadth and depth of subjects taught here. Ranging from philosophy and mathematics to astronomy and metaphysics, the university was a melting pot of knowledge and wisdom. The university was not just famous in India, but held a high reputation internationally. Students and scholars flocked from far-off lands, including China, Persia, and Tibet, drawn by the university's grandeur and the promise of enlightenment. It was a beacon of knowledge that shone bright, attracting the greatest minds of the time. But as the saying goes, all good things must come to an end. The University of Nalanda met a tragic fate when it was destroyed by invaders in the 12th century. The once vibrant hub of knowledge was reduced to rubble, its rich libraries burnt, and its scholars scattered. It was a loss not just for India, but for the entire world, a loss of a great center of learning and wisdom. But the story of Nalanda doesn't end there. Like a phoenix rising from the ashes, the university has seen a resurgence in the modern era. Archaeologists have unearthed the remains of the ancient university, and today, a modern university stands on the same grounds, continuing the legacy of learning and wisdom. The University of Nalanda is a testament to India's rich intellectual heritage, a symbol of the country's ancient wisdom and thirst for knowledge. It serves as a reminder of a time when knowledge was valued above all else, a time when scholars were revered and learning was a lifelong pursuit. The University of Nalanda was a beacon of knowledge that shone bright, even in the ancient world. Did you know there was a city in India richer than Rome in the 15th century? Yes, we're talking about the Vijayanagara Empire, an empire that was not only rich in resources, but also in culture and grandeur. It was a bustling metropolis at its height, with its capital in Hampi, a city that rivaled Rome in its wealth and splendor. The Vijayanagara Empire was a beacon of prosperity and stability in the region. The empire's administration was efficient, with a well-structured hierarchy and clear divisions of power. The rulers were not just monarchs, they were administrators par excellence, maintaining a balance between power and responsibility. This efficient administration was the backbone of the empire's thriving trade. The Vijayanagara Empire was a hub of commerce, with merchants from as far as Persia and Arabia flocking to its markets. This trade brought in not just wealth, but also a confluence of cultures, making the empire a melting pot of diverse traditions. But what truly set the Vijayanagara Empire apart was its magnificent architecture. The city of Hampi was adorned with grand temples, palaces, and public baths, all intricately designed and lavishly decorated. The empire's architects mastered the art of blending beauty with utility, making every structure a testament to their skill and vision. However, like all great empires, the Vijayanagara Empire too had its share of challenges. The Battle of Talikota in the 16th century marked the beginning of the empire's decline. Fierce fighting resulted in a catastrophic defeat for the Vijayanagara forces, leading to the eventual downfall of this great empire. Yet, even in its decline, the Vijayanagara Empire left behind a legacy that continues to inspire awe. The ruins of Hampi today stand as a testament to the past glory of the Vijayanagara Empire. These remnants of a bygone era remind us of the grandeur and prosperity that once was, a city that was, in its time, richer than Rome. Ever wondered who held the fort against the mighty Mughals in the 17th century? Well, it was the Marathas, the unsung heroes of Indian history. The Maratha Empire, that spanned from the 17th to the early 19th centuries, was a potent force in the Indian subcontinent. It was under the leadership of the charismatic Shivaji Bhosale that the Marathas rose to prominence. Born in the rugged hills of western India, Shivaji was a born leader, a warrior who instilled a sense of Marathi pride and unity among his people. His vision was not just to establish a Maratha kingdom, but to create a Hindavi Swarajya, a self-rule of Hindus. The Marathas had a unique way of fighting battles. They employed guerrilla warfare tactics, known as Ganimi Kava, taking advantage of the rugged terrains of the Deccan Plateau. They would strike swiftly and retreat into the mountains before the enemy could regroup, a strategy that often left their adversaries clueless and defeated. But the Marathas were not just warriors. They were also efficient administrators. They established a well-organized administrative system with clearly defined roles and responsibilities. The empire was divided into provinces, each governed by a chief who was responsible for maintaining law and order and collecting taxes. These measures ensured smooth governance and a steady flow of revenue. The role of the Marathas in ending Mughal rule in India cannot be overstated. They were the torchbearers who stood against the mighty Mughal Empire, challenging their supremacy and gradually diminishing their influence. Their relentless efforts paved the way for the establishment of a Maratha-dominated political framework in India. And yet, in the annals of history, the Marathas often remain overshadowed by other empires. Their contribution to shaping the destiny of India is immense, yet not widely recognized or celebrated. They were the unsung heroes, the silent warriors who fought bravely, not for personal glory, but for the greater good of their people and their land. The Marathas, though less known, were the unsung heroes who shaped India's destiny. Indian history, isn't it fascinating and somewhat weird? We commenced our journey with the enigmatic Indus Valley Civilization, a society that was far advanced for its time. We marveled at their city planning, their intricate drainage system, and their yet-to-be-deciphered script. A civilization that thrived more than 4,000 years ago, whose silent ruins still echo tales of their sophistication and mystery. Then, we ventured into the grandeur of the ancient University of Nalanda. This beacon of knowledge that once attracted scholars from across the globe stood as a testament to India's intellectual prowess. Here, in the world's first residential university, we discovered an unparalleled center of learning, where students and teachers lived together in pursuit of wisdom. Moving forward, we delved into the riches of the Vijayanagara Empire, a city whose wealth surpassed even that of Rome. The grandeur of its architecture, the flourishing arts, and the prosperity of its markets were a spectacle to behold. It was a city that thrived on its riches and cultural diversity, a city that was a testament to India's golden age. And finally, we paid tribute to the valiant Marathas, the unsung heroes of Indian history. Their courage and strategic brilliance challenged the mighty Mughal Empire and marked the beginning of its end. They stood as the epitome of bravery and resilience, their tales of valor reminding us of the undying spirit of India. In a nutshell, these tales from the annals of Indian history, as peculiar as they may seem, weave a rich tapestry of India's past. They reflect the diversity, the intellect, the prosperity, and the courage that is deeply ingrained in the fabric of this country. These stories from the annals of Indian history not only intrigue us, but also make us appreciate the rich cultural heritage of India.